Hello, this video is going to focus on common mistakes made when finding area and perimeter of rectangles and squares. Now, mistakes are proof that you are learning. Mistakes are a good thing. We learn from our mistakes. These are mistakes that many of you made in your assignments over the past few days, and I want to take the time to go over these mistakes so we can learn from them. Mistakes are good things. That means we're learning. Now, in this first problem, this is a very common mistake. The question asks to find the area. This person answered 20 square feet. Now, the number 26 came from finding the perimeter. And if you were to find the perimeter of this rectangle, 10 plus 10 plus 3 plus 3, it is 26. And 26 is correct for the perimeter, but the question asks for area. You need to read the problems. I can't tell you how many of you made that mistake, and if you got one or two wrong, it's most likely because you found the area and they asked you for the perimeter, or vice versa. This one here, this person selected 35 centimeters. Now notice the question though asks for find the perimeter. To find the perimeter, you're going to do 7 plus 7 is 14, plus 5 plus 5, which is 10. 14 plus 10 is 24, not 35. Now I notice the area, if you were to find the area, 7 times 5 is 35. However, the question asks for perimeter. The questions are going to be in any order. It might ask you for area, it might ask you for perimeter, and you have to be able to read the problem and see what it's asking and then recall, what do I need to do? Am I adding all four sides? Am I multiplying the length times the width? You have to be able to identify that and read the problem to clearly find out what it's asking for. The next one, another common mistake. It says find the area. Okay, and this time area, 9 times 2 is 18. That would be your answer. However, this person answered 22. If the question asks to find the perimeter, 22 is the correct answer. However, this is another example where the question asks for find the area and somebody found the perimeter. So you're on the right track. I'm glad you know how to find the perimeter. That's excellent, but you have to read the problem and make sure you know what they're asking you for. Now, in this problem, the question says find the perimeter. This person selected 20 centimeters. Now, take a moment and look to see if you can figure out what this person did wrong. Now, first thing, when it's ever asking to find the perimeter, I like to first number all the side lengths. So making sure that I have the values of every side. So if I know that this side is 9 centimeters, I know that my other length is also 9 centimeters. And if I'm given a width of 2 centimeters on this side, the opposite side is also 2 centimeters for a rectangle. Now I have the side lengths of all four sides. Now I need to add all four sides to find the perimeter. So if I did 9 plus 9, I'm left with 18. And then I do 18 plus 2 is 20. Now I'm going to highlight how many sides this person added. This person chose 20, so they added 9 plus 2 is 10. 9 plus 2 is 11. And now 11 plus 9 is 20. But I noticed they forgot this side here. So this side here is very important. They left that side out. That's not the full perimeter. When you are finding the perimeter, you need to add all four sides. So 9 plus 2 is 11, 11 plus 9 is 20, and then 20 plus 2 is 22 should be the correct answer. When you are finding the perimeter of a rectangle, you need to add all sides. A rectangle and a square has 4 sides. Therefore, you're always going to be adding 4 numbers together. This next one, I'm asking you to find the area. This is the most common mistake I saw. Many of you saw this square, and I only wrote 10 centimeters on one side. And I was hoping that you would recognize that an amazing characteristic about a square, if one side is 10, that means all sides are going to be the same amount. So that means this side will be 10 centimeters, this side will be 10 centimeters, and so will my my fourth side. That is a characteristic about a square, that all four sides are equal. You might also see little dashes on the lines to show you that they all have one dash representing each side length is exactly the same amount. To find the area, okay, area is length times width. In a square, our length and our width are both the same, which you might hear and see that area is also side times side. They're both the same thing. So here, all I'm doing is taking one side, which is 10 centimeters, and multiplying it by another side, which is 10 centimeters as well. 10 times 10 is 100. So 100 square centimeters is your answer. It may be helpful whenever you're given a square or a rectangle to label all the side lengths, and then you can determine what do you need to find the area? What do you need to help me find the perimeter? Which is going to lead me to my next problem. Again, it just says find the perimeter. First thing I'm going to do, just like I did in the last problem, is label all the side lengths. This way I know that all four sides are equal because this is a square. So 10 centimeters, 10 centimeters, 10 centimeters, and 10 centimeters. To find the perimeter, we have to add all four sides. And now I have the side lengths of all four sides. So I have 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10. And notice I'm adding four numbers together because I have four sides. So 10 plus 10 is 20, 20 plus 10 is 30, 30 plus 10 is 40 centimeters is the perimeter of this square. Now notice when I found this, again, I labeled all my side lengths. I have to be able to identify that perimeter is adding all four sides, while area, you're multiplying the length by the width. Now, even in a square, even if you see one side length, that's telling you, wow, it's a square, and a characteristic about a square is that all four sides are equal. Use that to help you when you're solving these problems. Now, feel free at any time to look back at this video to find the most common mistakes made from when we were learning and finding the area and perimeter, and use this to help you with your work today so you do not make these mistakes again. It is a good thing to make mistakes. We learn from our mistakes. That's why when you're completing part 1, you review your mistakes, see what happened, so then when you go to part 2, you know what mistakes you made, so hopefully you don't make them again. That's how we learn. That's how we get better at this material.